Vacation Gundam haul. Let's get started. Bringing it to you live from the epicenter of Hurricane Dorian. Is that what the name of this hurricane is? Yeah. So here we are. It's like 11 o'clock. Made it down here. Everybody's freaking out about this hurricane that's coming to Tuesday. And today is Friday. It took us like 12 hours to get here. And we got here all in one straight shot. And now it's like 11 o'clock. And we're getting ready to check out here and head over to USA Gundam store, which is like 15 minutes from here. Show you guys outside real quick. What it's looking like outside. It actually looks beautiful down here. The hurricane's not supposed to come for like another couple days. So it looks fine out here right now. Oh my God, and it is humid. Look at that water out there. I hate how they have these balconies set up on this building, because you can, like, if you come to the edge, you can like see over to the next people's balcony and stuff. Like, what? You see in people's rooms. Time to get over to USA Gundam store and see what they got. We're gonna lock this door first. There we go. So I guess because we've only been here we only stayed at this hotel for like 5 hours. They're like trying to give us our money back and give us a refund. I don't know. Not that we asked for a refund. Like, we're perfectly fine with having spent the money for the hotel room for the night, because I mean, we obviously needed to go to sleep. But hey, if they give us back extra $170, then it's more money I get to spend at USA Gundam. So yeah, now it's just, man, I'm trying to record over here and you got the AC blowing. You don't even have it doing the right thing. Oh. So first order of business is to find some gas around here. And something to eat. Well, USA Gundam opens in half an hour. We'll probably grab a quick snack and then go over there. They're only open for 4 hours, so I don't want to.
So you want to starve for 4 hours?
I'm not asking you to starve, baby. I just, don't you want to get your Megumi devices and stuff?
There's something to eat and be have nutrients in me.
How many envelopes you got? Alright, so we're gonna find something to eat real quick, very quickly, and find some gas. As you can see, guys, we have our first official stickers. This is version 1.0. So gotta work on the design a little bit, I think, or not really the design. The design's there. We gotta work on the process of getting these done up, but I think they look pretty good. So, and USA Gundam store is gonna be the first one to get some of these. As long as, well, we did send a couple to some of our Instagram supporters. So if you got one of these, thanks for checking us out. Thanks for supporting us. But I'm gonna give some of these to USA Gundam store.
I want to make it.
How are you? So we made it. Actually made it down here on time. So let's check it out. See, this is like a super basic building, right? There's like nothing on the outside to let you know that this is USA Gundam. And that it's like a secret layer full of plastic goodness. All right, here we go. All right, so this is what I really need to see. It's all the paints and stuff that I need in here, but there's just so much stuff. So I'm just gonna go through. Maybe we should ask Steve if we can pick up the stuff that we know we want. But I was trying to avoid picking up stuff that way in case D says like, yeah, like it's out of stock.
So that before we get any further, so
We're
I
here.
can save you on time. You know what I'm saying?
All you need to know. Welcome back to our channel, guys, Gunpla University, where we are not the teachers, but students just like you. If you're new here and want to learn everything there is to know about the art of Gunpla, and you want to take your Gunpla game to the next level, or you're just a fan of Gundam, mecha, model kits, and anime, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell icon so you're not late to class. Welcome back to our channel, guys, Gunpla University. So if you've been keeping up with us on Instagram, we just recently got back from a little mini vacation down in Florida. And while we were down there, we had the opportunity to stop by a couple of different Gundam shops, USA Gundam and Gundam from Japan. And while there, we got a absolutely massive Gundam haul to show you guys. One disclaimer real quick, we are not sponsored by either one of these companies. So everything here we purchased ourselves with our own funds. However, there may be a few little small items in there that maybe somebody threw in there, but I want to give a huge shout out to USA Gundam, Adam, Dee, everybody down there. They're just so welcoming to us, allowed us to just get whatever we wanted, and they were just so helpful. We really appreciate you guys. So if you guys are watching this video, shout out to you all. Same goes for Gundam from Japan. Everybody down there was just awesome. Great selection. So if you guys are in the area down there in Florida, be sure to check out both stores. Really great people down there. And we really love you guys. We really appreciate everything. So with that said, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the unboxing. All right, so first off, guys, what we have here, and if you've been watching our Instagram, you already know what this is. This is the high grade, man, I don't even know if I can fit in frame with this thing. This is the high grade RX-78 GP03 Dendrobium. And guys, this thing is absolutely massive. This came from USA Gundam store, and this was actually something that I believe was shipped out to a customer and was returned for whatever reason. But the cool thing about USA Gundam is that if a part comes back or they have like a damaged box or something like that, it doesn't just get thrown away. Their staff there will actually go through the packaging and make sure that every single piece that's supposed to be there is still there, and then you, the customer, can then get that at a discounted price. So this one right here, I believe there was like a little scratch on one of the parts inside, which doesn't matter to me anyways because I'm going to be painting this kit. And so because of that, I was able to get this at a much more reasonable price. So and we're just going to put him down over here. Oh, and by the way, guys, I'm sure things in the background look a little different. We actually came home and realized we had so much new backlog stuff that we kind of needed to revamp our area so that we could kind of accommodate all of it. So we've kind of moved everything around. We've got my backlog here now with a Delta case from me, which actually has 2 of her suits in it right now. So those are actually gonna get moved. And her Delta case here and some of her backlog items. So all the stuff that we're opening now is going to be added to our backlog. So we have one crazy backlog. Let's get into the next item. All right, so what we have here, guys, also from USA Gundam figure. We've got the Sword Art Online Kirito. Let me see, can you see that? Kirito figure there. We've recently just started rewatching Sword Art Online. Well, I've seen it once before. She just is starting to see it. But it's such a cool series. If you haven't seen Sword Art, especially the first season, is amazing. So while we were down there, I saw this there and I decided to pick this up. So I don't know, maybe I'll put them on top of one of my Delta cases. This is another one of those damaged boxes I was telling you guys about, where you can get a great deal from USA Gundam store. So what we have here, guys, is the Master Grade High New Gundam. And I already have the regular New Gundam in the stack. And this guy was a damaged box, as you can see right there on the side. It's even been taped up, and the staff have gone through it to make sure all the pieces are there. So the only thing wrong with this kit is the fact that the box is a little dented up, as you can see right there. So, and I can't remember exactly how much this particular item was inside of there, but usually the damaged stuff I think has like maybe like a 10% discount on it, something like that. So yeah, another really great way to get it, because I mean, we got so many boxes. I'm not going to keep the box anyways. I keep, you know, my little booklets for them and the manuals. So I really don't really care about how the box is. As long as all the pieces are there and the parts are intact, I'm good to go. Master grade high new. Another one for my backlog. All right, next box. Packing material. First thing that we have in here is another sword art figure. Asuna and her little, looks like she's on her way to the beach or something. It's pretty cool. This is actually from my other half, so I'm sure she'll put this up and put it together somewhere. But she looks really good. This is from the Memory Defrag collection. And this is made by, who is this made by? EXQ. So, awesome little figure of Asuna there. And she actually got two of these. Asuna and a bath towel. Let's see if you can see that there. And there she is. This is the code register one. So two of those. Man, this is like her box, all in all. Then we have Frame Arm Girl. Got a good little collection of these going on. I've got three myself that I haven't built, but she's been building more of the Frame Arm Girls. And this one is no exception. This is gonna be one of hers that she's gonna do up. So, and this one is the Zelfinar, I don't know. But she looks pretty cool. She's got some nice armor pieces on her. The bunny ears, I know she really gets a kick out of the bunny ears. So that's probably actually what sold this kit for her. So that'll be cool. Down here in the box, so we've got a new pair of God Hand nippers. Now these are not the SPN 120s. These are the version of these. These are the GH KPN 95s. And these are a little bit smaller. And the reason we got these is because she actually broke her SPN 120s. And so since we were down there, we decided, hey, might as well go ahead and get a new pair for her. And these work a little bit better for her in her hand, I think, or they will, because the handles are a little bit smaller than the SPN 120s. So got her some new God hands. So those should come in handy. I'm sure these are gonna get a lot of use out of them. And last out of this box is the USA Gundam Store nippers. Now I gotta give a shout out to Dee and Adam down at USA Gundam Store. They actually gave us these to try since we had broken our SPN 120s, or since she broke her SPN 120s. And they kind of run along the same lines of the SPN 120 God Hands. Very similar single-sided blade nippers. So I'm gonna be excited to check these out and see how they compare. So stick around for that video and we'll do a comparison on these and the God Hands. And that's it for that box. All right, so jumping into the next box, guys. Let's see what we have here. So in here, got 2 bottles of Mr. Surfacer 1200. I went with the 1200 because I have a lot of kits coming up that I need to do like metallic paint, so I want the coat to be very, very smooth. So the 1200 and up should be really good for that. I believe there's one more above this. I think it's 1500. But I grabbed the 1200 just so I'm like kind of in between. But I do have a little bit of 1500 as well, I believe. So we got 2 bottles of that in here, as you can see. Here we've got 6 bottles of Mr. Hobby number 2 in white. Use a lot of white. White gets used in a lot of different kits, so I was getting kind of low on the white, so it's always good to stock up on that. So got 6 of the whites there. And here, this is kind of a mixture of different colored paints in here. Let's see what we got in here. Masking tape. Now that we're starting to get really into painting, definitely need to be able to tape off parts, and so you can create that color separation. So got some of this. I've got some of the 8 and 10, I believe. But I needed something a little thinner, so that should come in handy. I'm kind of back on paint supplies. Mr. Hobby spare bottle. I got a couple of these. I already had a couple, but I like these for making some of the paints that I use a lot of. So your blacks, your primers, your whites. If you do a lot of red kits, you know, I can go ahead and pre-mix a full bottle of that stuff, so I don't have to constantly be trying to thin paint. 3 of those. So then next what we have here is the absolutely amazing Outclad 2 Chrome, and I got the big bottle. And I got this specifically for all the metallic paint jobs that we're gonna start doing here soon. So I needed a lot of this, so I just went in and got the big bottle. Also went ahead and picked up some more Outlet 2 clear. This is just a regular clear. So we've got some simple models here, the little resin kits. We've got 3 of them. The first one here, this is the Zaku Sniper, and we've also got the GM Sniper, and we've also got the Canon Kai here. So these are gonna be really fun to detail up. I've got a couple of GMs, I've got plenty of Zakus to do. So the next thing that we have in here are the Exceed Gundam heads. And these just looked really cool. So we actually decided to go ahead and get 1 of each. But since there's 2 of us, we both got 1 of each. So in total we have 8 of these things. And since we both got a set each, I'll probably paint 1 set and then we'll have 1 set painted and 1 set not painted. Also, since it's the end of Char month, or technically we were still down there during Char month, so got a bunch of USA Gundam Store stickers. If you saw our last unboxing video, I actually didn't get a Char sticker and I was upset. So D took care of me and made sure I got a bunch of Char month stickers. So, alright, so now this case right here, guys. Let's go ahead and crack this open and see what's inside of here. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'll hold the camera up a little bit. But inside of here, this is just little foam inserts. Inside of here, we have a very, very nice collection of Outclad paint. And man, I love Outclad's paint, it's amazing. So I got a pretty good selection of it. And this stuff is gonna be used for a lot of our metallic paint jobs. I've got here, we've got hot metal red, I got 2 of those. Transparent red. Got a couple of different flavors of red, just so we can play around with it, see what we like best. This is gold titanium, a couple of those. Jet exhaust. Which one is this guy? This is airframe aluminum. Just a lot of different ones, guys. And this should be really helpful for when we go to, this is transparent smoke, which I think is just like a clear black, but we'll see. Lots of Outclad paints here, and D at USA Gundam Store was also kind enough to give me this case. This case is not part of what you would get when you order your paints, but they had this laying around, and I had so many paints, I was picking up so many paints, that she was kind enough to go ahead and give me this case. So thanks again, D. I really appreciate you guys. Now for the big boy. Oh, God. Oh, running out of space. All right, guys, clean up a little space on the desk here because it was getting kind of cluttered. So let's check out this next box from USA Gundam Store. See, now we're trying to get into the good stuff. First off, we have the Zeta Gundam SD. If you've seen our videos before, you know I really enjoy doing the SDs. They're awesome for doing paint tests. And this one just looked really cool, so I decided to go ahead and pick that guy up. Next we have the Astra Archer. And this is actually one of her kits, guys. I don't know if by the time this video comes out, but she's actually also completed the Astra Ninja. So if that video hasn't come out already, stay tuned for that video because it'll be out shortly. If it has already come out, I'll leave a link right here so you guys can click that and check out that video. But this is the Astra Archer here. It's got a nice red, white, and black color scheme to it, which is very similar to the colors that I use. So usually anything that's red, white, and black ends up going on my computer desk. So as will this when she finishes completing it. Yeah. So that should be really cool. See her check that out. Then here we have another Megumi device. Let's see. This one here is the Soul Strike Raptor. And this one looks really cool too. I love how she has like this giant jetpack on her back, but it's not red, white, and black, so no worries in me stealing this from you, sweetheart. So no worries on that. Unless you paint it red, white, and black, then it's mine. But this one looks really cool. This one's actually got a pretty fat box compared to the other ones, but she looks really cool. She has like a lot of cool accessories, it looks like, in there. So this is another one of her kits, so that should be really fun. Oh, they even have like a crying face on the back here. You can switch out a crying face. Did you see that before? Did you see that? No? That's awesome, right? So when she broke her SPN 120s and we posted on Instagram, somebody made a comment, one of the followers made a comment to check out these display nippers. So we had never actually heard of them before. USA Gundam had them in store. So we went ahead and picked up 2 of these because, you know, we do everything in 2s just about. So we got 2 of these, so we're gonna check these out and see how these compare to the SPN 120s, the USA Gundam stores nippers. So here we have the limited item. This is the Gunpla, and I think it's the pig for Chinese New Year. I'm looking at her because I don't know, she has like this obsession with pigs. I don't know what it is. So we got 2 of those. They looked cool. So we'll put these up on the wall with the other Haros that we have. Here we have the RX-78 Verka. I actually already have one of these that's in backlog, but I decided to pick up another one because I want to do one in the like prototype paint job, which is like the red and black and gray paint job. So that's what's going to happen to this guy. I decided to do the Verka version of the RX-78 for one reason only. It's the cheapest one of the RX-78s right now. It's like 35 bucks. That's why I decided to use him for that. So that's one of my kits for my collection. Then we have the ball Verka. I think we just kind of picked this up on a whim. It just kind of looked kind of cool, and you know, we just kind of like, screw it, we're on vacation. So we decided to get one of these. Actually, we decided to get 2 of these. There are 2 balls. So I've got my ball and she has her ball. So one of these will go in my collection and one will go in hers. Oh God, this kit. Okay. So yeah, the high-res Gundam Astray Noir. The reason I'm kind of like about this is because I've already built the high-res Gundam Wing Zero, and while the high-res looks really nice, they're kind of a pain. Okay. Try not to curse. So yeah, these are kind of a pain. They look awesome, but they're really kind of fragile. It's one of those kits where you put it together and you don't ever touch it again. Like ever. It doesn't move. So that's why I'm kind of about this kit. I don't know how this is gonna be, but luckily this is not one of my kits. This is a kit she picked up for her. So I'm gonna let her build it, and yeah, I just having flashbacks to building that Wing Zero. Oh my God, okay. Another giant box from USA Gundam Store. Let's start off with you. So of course we got the RX-78-3, and because I have all the other RX-78s, I've got the 2, of course. I got multiple versions of the 2. I've got the 4 and the 5, which they're hidden back there somewhere. Of course I gotta get the RX-78-3 to complete the collection. So that's what this guy is here. We got the G3 looking awesome in his gray and blue paint job. So that is part of my collection right there. Next is another kit for me. This is kind of a wrap up Char month. I don't know if I actually do this. Well, Char month is actually over now. So I picked this up for him. So we've got his Gogook here, and that's another one for my collection. So next we have another Megumi device. And this one is the Chaos and Pretty Magical Girl. I guess, did you just get this because it was cute, or?
It looked like Sailor Moon.
Oh, because it looked like Sailor Moon. Yeah, I guess I could probably see that with the whole wand going on. So that's for her. But anyways, we got the high grade Black TriStar Zaku here from the Origin series. This is gonna be one of her kits. And I don't know where we're gonna put this one. This one will probably go up on the wall over there since it's like purple and black. So stick around for that one, guys. That's one of her kits. So here, guys, we just have, this is just a case, just another paint case. Dee was kind enough to give this to me. So as I go through and use my paint bottles, I tend to keep them, and then I can use them to do my own custom mixes. So these little cases will come in handy for that, for storing all of my little custom paint jobs or custom paint mixes that I have. So thanks again, D, for that. Really appreciate it. Probably one of my favorite things that I got on this trip. Boom. The RX-78 perfect grade. So this is technically my second perfect grade. I have another one that I haven't built yet, and that is the perfect grade Wing Zero. But you gotta have a Granddaddy Gundam, and I don't have one in my collection, and I really want to start getting some perfect grades. So I saw this guy up there, and I just couldn't resist it. I mean, what can you say? We're on vacation, or we were. So that does it for all the USA Gundam Store stuff, guys. Got some more stuff over here, but real quick, I gotta say thanks one more time to Adam and D and all the guys down there at USA Gundam Store. They were just absolutely phenomenal. We really appreciate them, you know, inviting us into their home, letting us walk around the warehouse and get pretty much anything and everything that we wanted. We really can't say enough about those guys and their customer service, and we just want to say thank you. So if you guys are in the area down there in Florida and Daytona, definitely go check out USA Gundam Store. It's awesome, the stuff that we were able to get. It's awesome that they have that damaged box policy where they can then pass those savings onto you, the consumer. And like I said, guys, we're not sponsored by USA Gundam Store, so all of this stuff we bought with our own hard-earned money, but we really appreciate those guys down there. So Adam, D, USA Gundam Store, we really appreciate you guys. Thanks a ton. So as I mentioned before, guys, at the beginning of the video, we also got to go to another store called Gundam from Japan. It's right outside of Tampa, so if you're in the area, check them out. But we got some other things from them, and I got to give a shout out to them as well, to Mushashi, the owner, and the girls down there. They have a huge selection of master grades. The owner there tends to try to collect as many master grades as possible. So if you're looking for some more obscure kits, that's definitely the place to check out. So let's jump into what we got from them. So first off, in this bag we've got, let's see, this is the 00 Gundam SD. I believe she got this to do some paint tests on, so this is one of her kits. Another SD, this is the gun tank, another kit for her. And here we have, well, I'm gonna start off with this one first. So first we have Johnny Ridden's Zaku. Is it up and down? Yeah, okay, cool. Johnny Ridden's Zaku. She's looking at me right now like, when did you get that? That's right, Johnny Ridden's Zaku. So, short story for you guys real quick. Zaku's is my thing, okay? And she kind of has like been picking up all the Zakus recently, trying to steal them from me. So she picked up Johnny Ridden's Zaku, knowing that it was on my list of kits to get without telling me, right? So, while we were there, I went ahead and snuck in Johnny Ridden's Zaku for myself, so I can complete my Zaku collection. So, So next is the Black Tri-Stars Zaku 2, and this was the main reason why we went down there, was because I called ahead and they had this in stock. But this is just such an awesome looking Zaku, I just had to get it. And if you know anything about the Black Tri-Stars, there's actually 3 of those guys. So of course, being that he had 3 in stock, I decided to get all 3. So that's what we have here is 3 Black Tri-Star Zaku 2s, and of course these guys are going to be set up, dressed up, looking sharp, fine, nice, ready to go, and these just look amazing. They're going to look awesome in my Zaku collection. Here we just have the regular mass production GM. This was just a cheap kit that was down there, and I remember that I'd gotten the GM sniper, so he looked like he might go good with that sniper rifle. So I think he was only like 36 bucks. So went ahead and picked him up. It's another one from my collection, just something small to do. And that pretty much brings us to our last kit. So sad. Before I open this, any guesses on what this is? Anybody? Let me know in the comments down below if you can guess what this next kit is. I'm betting you won't guess it. Probably not. So last but not least, guys, we have the Alex 1.0, and I saw this guy down there. Of course, the 2.0 just came out, And I saw this guy down there and I was just like, you know, it would be awesome to go ahead and get the 1.0. There seems to be some fear that Bandai may not make the 1.0 anymore now that the 2.0 is being made. So, and I suppose that's a real possibility. So with him sitting there, I just had to take the opportunity to go ahead and pick him up. And I don't think he was a bad price either. It was only 40 bucks. So this is the Alex 1.0, and we'll go ahead and paint him up and get him all dressed up right alongside the 2.0. And yeah, it'll be a nice little addition to the collection. Maybe the last time I was able to find him for a reasonable price. And so that pretty much does it for our vacation Gundam haul, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. As you can see, we got a bunch of kits, a lot of stuff to add to our already massive backlog that we have here. But we've got quite a bit to keep us busy for quite some time. So stick around to see all these videos. You know, we're learning brand new techniques as we go through. All this stuff is new to us, and it's gonna be fun. So once again, shout out to USA Gundam Store. Make sure you guys check them out. Shout out to Gundam from Japan. If you're in the Tampa Bay, Florida area, definitely go by there and see those guys. And can't say thank you enough to all of them down there in Florida. We really appreciate everything. But that's pretty much it, guys. Until the next video, see you later.
Go this far, don't stop now. Reaching for a distant star, don't stop now. Isn't it strange how we're safe and home? Today counting days until the second call. It's gonna break the shade.